personality, best-selling author multiple times over, and lately, best-selling author of the new book, children's book, I'm Glad for Where I Am, the second in a series. She's my co-host today and my daughter. The phone number is 888-825-5225. That's 888-825-5225. Adriana is in Dallas, Texas. Hi, Adriana. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. Thank you so much for taking my call.
Sure. What's up?
So my husband passed away about a year ago, and
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
How long were you married?
13 years.
Wow. How old was he?
He was only 41.
Whoa, what happened?
It was a rare presentation of colon cancer, and from diagnosis to his death, it was just under 2 years. So
Wow.
it was really fast.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Thank you. So the biggest issue is that I have life insurance money. Luckily, we had that. And I hired some financial advisors, and they're advising that I invest in whole life insurance for the kids because there's a high introductory interest rate, and there may be a genetic component. The other big thing is that I am intending to take over the mortgage on my house because it's in my parents' name, and I want to take it over. So they have advised some credit, to have some credit in order to build my credit line. I'm not working, I'm homeschooling, and I'm getting Social Security. I'm just wondering, are those the best routes to take? And if not, what is?
Well, you obviously smelled a rat or you wouldn't be asking.
Right.
Yeah. And so are you sure these are financial advisors and not just insurance agents?
They have a financial planning. I mean, that's what they say they are.
Okay. What's the company?
Well, they work with, I think the company with the whole life is New York. I'm sorry, it's Eagle Strategies.
Now, New York, but New York Life.
New York Life, yes.
Yeah, these are insurance agents. They're not financial advisors.
Okay.
Because the insurance people don't know how to do anything but sell insurance. And they're not licensed to sell anything but insurance.
But she said Eagle, there was another event.
Yeah, but I mean,
investing
you
firm.
can't write for a New York Life unless you're a New York Life agent. So they're captives. So it's not an independent. So, this is just the name of the local New York Life office. So, no, we're not doing business with them. You need to move. You need to move. You're getting bad advice.
Okay.
So here's the thing. You've been through a terrible thing at a very young age. And so there's always a potential genetic component anytime someone gets cancer. That's why when you're doing a life insurance of any kind application, they ask about your parents and if they have died of cancer, because they want to see that, because there are statistical correlations to that, to at least susceptibility, if not DNA issue, and so on, right? I'm not a medical person, but that's what how the insurance world views it, and I do know that. Okay, so, but that doesn't change what you need to be doing. What you need to be doing is taking care of your family, which you're doing, and building some wealth for your future and the kids' futures. And then when they face something, if they ever face it, they will, let's say they're 28 and married with 2 kids. By then they should have term life insurance in place. And then if they had some kind of an occurrence like you guys did, then they would be ready that way. You don't buy whole life insurance on a child because their parent died of cancer. That's asinine.
Okay.
Mathematically. Okay. And it's just insurance age. I mean, if you ask a dog if it's hungry, it always says yes. If you ask an insurance agent if you should buy insurance, they always say yes. So, I mean, it's just, especially in the whole life world. And so, no, you do need to get the mortgage into your name instead of your parents' names. And that's going to require some other things, but we don't need to go get in debt to cause that to happen. So here's what we're going to do. Okay. We don't need anything from you. We're not trying to sell you anything. Quite the opposite. As people of faith, our book tells us to take care of widows and orphans. And people that take advantage of widows and orphans, by the way, really get in a bad place. You don't want to be there. And so we're going to do quite the opposite here. I'm going to furnish you a Ramsey counselor, a Ramsey coach that's been through our training completely free. And let them coach you through how to get your investment structured and how to get this mortgage redone and hands-on rather than trying to give you an insurance agent. I mean, give you an answer on the radio, and certainly not going to give you an insurance agent. So, I mean, you may need some insurance. All insurance agents aren't evil. That's not what I'm saying. I am saying that if you ask a whole life agent if you should buy whole life, 100% of the time they say, oh, yes, it's the answer to everything. And if you ask me if you should buy whole life, 100% of the time I say it's never the answer to anything.
Yeah, and in her situation, she has the 2 kids, so you hit on you hit
dirty that he's taking advantage of that emotion.
Yes, so that on the health side, but the other component of whole life of what people get sold on too is the investment idea, right? And she was even saying,
yeah, they have a high upfront interest rate.
So, but for her to know that there's other options on how to invest for your kids.